Hello, my divine lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me here again. Today on the Daily Yapper, I am Sare the Celestial, and today it is the new moon in Scorpio. I hope you all are having an excellent Friday, an excellent November the 1st. Yay for fall season. I, of course, am wearing my Eskimo Joe's sweater because it immediately, like, November 1st hit, and I was like, sweater weather. So here we are. Now, as far as the message today goes, it's going to be a little different because my energy level is so low. Like, it is microscopic at the moment. And so is my emotional tolerance. I hope that you guys cannot see, but today has been very difficult for me. I'm a natal Scorpio moon. So I'm used to these intense, deep emotions and feeling like, I guess, the only thing that I can think of is a dissatisfaction and disappointment in why I'm upset and why I'm crying, when I'm crying, it's like, why are these tears coming from my eyes? And I'm feeling like there's nothing that the tears are going to do to fix it. But actually, the tears do fix it. The way that it works. The way that it works is I feel like oftentimes people are either demonized or ostracized about expression of emotion or free expression of emotions. And that can relate to either happiness. People can be upset at you for expressing how happy you are, how sad you are, if you're angry or upset or frustrated, whatever it might be. There's always just this people try to stifle your freedom in expressing your emotions. At least don't do that with yourself because you have the outside world to do that for you, okay? If you're having some intense emotions and some intense feelings this today, especially, and from this week alone, it's okay to feel them. Please let them out. Please make sure that you're expelling them and you're not allowing them to sit inside you. Now, that was just a little blurb of the first beginning of this episode. There's going to be plenty more, don't you worry. But of course, I want to remind you all, this is the Daily Yapper. I am here to yap. I'm here to talk your ear off, but I am also here to help you navigate your daily life with spirituality intertwined in it, right? So if you are needing someone who is able to be an advocate for you in the spiritual realm and help you navigate not only spiritually and in occultism and mysticism, but also in tarot and astrology, I'm your girl. I'm always going to be the one who's going to be able to give you the astrology facts of the day, the tarot read of the day, and any additional intuitive messages that happen to come upon me and that I happen to be blessed with, okay? So I want to make sure that I need to identify what the purpose is of this podcast and of each episode and why I'm posting daily and why this is something that is very important to me. Okay. And of course, if you have any additional feedback, I'm always welcome to hear it. I love being able to read the comments and going back and responding to messages. It actually does give me joy. Like I like being able to criticize myself through other people. Yay. Now, without further ado, of course, I always have my Poe book. I love my Poe book. It's so nice. It is, I got it at Barnes and Noble originally because I was needing an extra journal, like I needed any additional of those. And I just decided to get that one. I got that one and a Studio Ghibli journal. So it was very nice, but it's become a vital part of my everyday. I don't go anywhere without my Poe book because I have so many thoughts and feelings and things that I just need to express that nobody else needs to hear. And even if that were the case, nobody else would necessarily care about them, but I need to expel them and I need to speak my truth and I need to get this out of me. So I'm looking over here. It's a weird angle, so I apologize in advance. I'm trying to get this down, so thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for having the patience to be able to look past the aesthetics of the background. Now, for the astrology of the day, we are having a grand water trine where we have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer all in the sky at the moment. It is currently happening with Mercury in Scorpio, Neptune in Pisces, and Mars in Cancer. So they're all currently trining each other. They're all in their final late degrees. Neptune in Pisces is at 27 degrees. Mars in Cancer is currently at 29 degrees today. And then Mercury in Scorpio is also at about 28, 29 degrees. So there's a lot of emotions that are coming to the forefront today. And if you don't have the tolerance or the patience for people, be patient with yourself. Okay. Just be patient with yourself and how you're tolerating and handling people, because they're feeling this energy just as much as you are. I know that it may seem like oftentimes people who are not as intuitive as we are aren't feeling the same energy, but this is a collective thing. Nobody is immune to what's going on in the skies whenever the planets transit from one sign to another, whenever they're at their final degrees and there's climaxes and there's anticipation and you're waiting for the ball to drop. Everybody feels it. They just feel it in different ways. And that projection can come out in a lot of different ways with people too, especially if they're not intuitive or even spiritually adept like you are, or if you consider yourself spiritually adept. That's on you. However, this energy of emotionality and really hard confrontations is coming to the forefront for a lot of us. And some of us don't want to get rid of the things that no longer serve us. Some of us are really clinging and holding on and grasping for dear life to the things that we used to have, to the past, to ways of operating, because new things are scary. New experiences are scary. Having to do that in one place and at one time during the end of the year is even scarier. We have the election currently going on. A lot of people are stressed out with that, getting to the early polls, getting to the polls on time. There's a lot of energy in the air that's not comfortable. And unless you are willing to sit with it and be just a little bit more emotionally intelligent and intuitive to what you need and your body and your mind is telling you, then you're not going to be able to navigate this very easily. That's also what I help with. I help with navigating these rough times, these hard, turbulent areas and weeks, months, whatever it might be, so that you are able to transition and handle the bigger things at hand that I can't help you with, such as bills, life, family, things like that, a whole organization, whatever it is that you're doing, because more than likely you're a boss just like me. And of course, this video is timeless. So whenever it reaches you, that's whenever you're supposed to hear this message. Okay. This is not a message that is only for November the 1st on 2024 today. This is able and available to anybody who is in the frequency to receive this message. And also if it comes across your YouTube feed or if it happens to reach you where you're at, please listen to it and make sure that you're understanding and able to use this knowledge and information. Even if the message does not resonate with you, take what does and leave what doesn't, okay? Now, I'm going to try and navigate this angle the best that I can while also getting you your tarot message of the day. I'm not going to be covering too much astrology today because, like I said, I don't really have the energy and the space at the moment. So we're going to do this reading and I'm hoping that you can still hear me. I'm trying to make sure that I angle my microphone before I start. So here we are. We're using the Mystic Mondays Tarot. And there we go. We already have one. I love it. Okay. All right. So sorry. We already have two. We have two. And both of them are pentacles. So far we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed and the 3 of Pentacles upright. I'm seeing some people coming out of poverty and into a place of a lot of abundance, because the 5 of Pentacles is about whenever it's upright, it's about being in a place of poverty where you've had everything stripped from you. You are in the position where you are at a detriment and or a deficit. And sometimes that's actually a good thing because you cannot welcome new abundant things if you are already clinging and holding on to things that are no longer for you. Oh my gosh, we are pentacled up. Like we have 3 sets of pentacles, I kid you not. And then we have the lovers, which I want to say that we actually received that yesterday. Interesting. So we're going to continue. I'm only going to limit the tarot amount to about 4 cards just so that this podcast episode does not go longer than it needs to and that you're not left hanging for longer than necessary, okay? And also, I'm trying to make sure that we get this message as quick as possible because if you're like me and your energy is meh right now, you need it, okay? So we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed, the 3 of Pentacles upright, the 8 of Pentacles, and the lovers. So now we're going to go ahead and get our oracle message so that we can dive into this. I am going to be using 3 different oracle decks for this message, and I'm going to ask my decks to only present me 1 card at a time from each of them. So for the message for the day, we're just going to, all right. Ooh, that was direct. We got move on. And again, I apologize that they're falling on the floor and that I'm having to go out of the camera while I pick them up, just so that I can actually make sure that we are getting this message. Also, the editing process is just like, oh. But I absolutely love doing it because it means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be. You know, if I'm supposed to enjoy this process. The journey really is everything. And the destination is just the reward. You know what I mean? You don't have to necessarily enjoy the journey the full way, but you at least need to appreciate the journey and how you got there. Now we got 2 cards here. I guess this oracle deck was like, nah, I'm going to tell you exactly what the hell you need to hear. We have abundance, which is also, it's lining up. You can't see it, and I apologize. I'll read this out for you. But we have abundance, which lines up directly as with what I was saying with the 5 of Pentacles reversed. And then we have lighten up. With the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles here, are you guys needing to integrate someone into your work-life balance so that they can help you delegate some responsibilities and free up some time? Let's find out. Let's find out. I will say today has been more of a difficult day for me personally in the emotional realm because the crying has just like... I woke up crying. I woke up upset. Like, that's not usually me. I like to wake up on a good note because I do believe that the way that you start your day will definitely determine the entire energy and make up what your day is going to be like for the remainder of the day. And so it's very important to me to, like, for example, I make sure that I'm not on my phone for the first 20 minutes of whenever I wake up. I've been increasing it over time to such as like, oh, okay, we got 1 card here. We got cut down. Okay, so first... I don't even know which message to get into first. I honestly don't. So we're going to go ahead and actually handle the tarot message first because I feel like tarot is so multifaceted that you're able to cover so much in one message. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get my microphone and get a little bit more comfy so that you guys can, see me in my best light. I don't know. Okay, is that better? All right. So we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. And like I said, as you can see, usually in the traditional tarot, it has a woman and a child that are actually walking outside of a church house window, like a stained glass window, and they're outside in the cold and in the snow. So you can kind of see that symbolism here with this Five of Pentacles. However, she definitely is coming into money rather than it leaving her, as we can see with the upright. So with the reversed of the Five of Pentacles, it talks about recovery from financial loss and financial burdens and having that financial independence. It also can talk about a lack of spiritual abundance. Whenever it comes to the reverse position, you may be lacking in spiritual abundance or in your regular spiritual practices. Have you been neglecting yourself and or your religious or spiritual practices, trying to chase after the bag? Have you been giving up nights of sleep and nights of rest, or even nights where you would normally pray or manifest or write down in a journal for trying to get opportunities for friends, for things that are not actually pouring back into you because you're lacking abundance, or the lack of abundance somewhere, if it's not financial, which I feel like a lot of us, or if not everybody, is going through some type of financial abundance issue or lack thereof. If it's not a financial thing, then you need to start looking within to see if it's more connected to your spirituality, your sense of self, and what keeps you connected and whole as an individual outside of the material resources, right? Now, with the Three of Pentacles here right with it, I feel like you guys need to start partnering up or getting some type of partnership, business partnership with somebody if it really is just, for example, you need to allow others to come in and help you. If you have a deficit in one area, you don't need to keep overworking yourself because you have a deficit in that area. You need to start integrating people and tools. It doesn't even have to be people, just tools that are at your advantage, whether it be hiring somebody to come and clean your office so that you don't have to do that additional work, or bringing somebody and a list and saying, hey, can you make this into an Excel document for me? Do something. Something needs to be delegated to another party for you to be as successful as you are wanting to be. I need you to stop trying to work this hard and going this hard all by yourself. It's not just your burden. It's not just your responsibility. You can delegate. I know that oftentimes we can be a little scared to delegate because, and I say we as in me definitely, but sometimes it can be a little scary to delegate responsibilities and or additional, I guess, chores, or even the weight, just shifting the weight to someone else because you aren't sure how they are going to handle that weight. You know how you handle it, and that's why you trust yourself, and that's why you're comfortable overworking yourself and putting yourself into the ground. And just because you don't know how someone works and their methodologies does not mean that it's not going to be effective, and it's not going to be able to do the job just as well as you do, okay? We have to make sure we're not hoarding everything and we're not guarding this pot like it's a pot of gold when really it's causing us to be in detriment with ourselves somewhere, essentially, whether it be financially, energetically, or even spiritually and mentally. Just make sure that you're keeping yourself right and in check. And if you need somebody to come and check you and ask, hey, do you think I should delegate this? Do you think I'm overworking myself? Ask them. That could be your Three of Pentacles, just getting additional opinions and insight from people. It doesn't have to be actual effort, but it is going towards yours. With the Lovers, I'm so sorry, we're going to get the Lovers last because that was the last card. With the Eight of Pentacles here, this is definitely going towards work. It's your work. It's your craftsmanship. As you can see, she is putting in so much effort and she is paying all attention to what she is doing and the results that she's producing. She wants to make sure that they are of quality, and she is not focusing on the quantity. She wants to make sure that she does the job right and she does it efficiently, okay? She also is very much about studying. So if you've been thinking about going back to school, but you need to delegate some of your responsibilities, or you may have to step down from a position that you're currently in, You need to do that. Whatever it is that you are feeling called to go back and say, hey, I need to revisit that. I want to go back and learn more about this. This is how I feel like I can do better in my career field, or how I can manifest or bring more opportunities to light. That's what you need to be doing. Mind you, the new moons are excellent for manifesting. So if you have anything, what I recommend is speaking it or writing it on a bay leaf. Now, with the bay leaf, if you're speaking it and not writing it, hold it to your chest and close your eyes and imagine what it is that you're wanting. And I will say, use one bay leaf for each manifestation. Okay. Once you're done doing that, you want to burn it. You're going to want to burn the bay leaf so that the energy can be released into the universe, into the air, into God, into whatever it is that you answer to. Okay. Because somebody's got to get it. You can't just leave it there on the physical piece. You can also do this on paper as well, if that actually serves you better, or if you don't have access to bay leaves, you can do it that way as well, where you write it down. You write it 3 times up and down and 3 times across. Some people actually make a circle. I make a circle out of it because I like to see it go down, like how you can imagine something going down a drain and going to another place. That's why I like to make mine in a circle. I don't like to write it down and across. It doesn't do well for me, and my brain looks at it and is like, I don't even remember what I wrote. So I like to do a circle where it's spiraling down. However you choose to do your manifestations is your own practice, and make it your own. Make it the way that you feel comfortable, because that's how everyone learns. And it doesn't make it any less effective as long as your intentions are in the right place, okay? Now, with the last thing here, we have the Lovers for the last message in tarot for the day. The Lovers is another major arcana, and I had to reference back. We got the Lovers yesterday for the daily message. So somewhere you're lacking some type of some type of love, empathy. You're being stagnant in one way or another. Allow somebody to come into your life and help you, whether that be a friend, you outsourcing and having somebody else do it because you're paying them. You need to get assistance in whatever it is that you are doing right now. Stop working this hard. You deserve so much better. You deserve to be in the softest, most natural flow of energy possible. You don't need to be worrying about everything all at once. Okay? Like that's what I'm getting here. Now with the oracle message, because the message is directly on the card, that's why I left it for last. Now, and it was 2222 as I just looked down, it was 2222. So we have move on, and it says someone is unavailable, a waste of time. It's over. I don't know who needs to hear that, but move on from wherever you've been, move on from the person, move on from the place, move on from the thing, move on from the job, move on from the mindset, move on from how you've been thinking about yourself, move on from how you look at yourself and your work. I need you to get your head in the right place so that you are able to continue to move forward. Okay. Then we have abundance here. Whatever it is that you're moving on from, it's leading you into abundance, honey. I love this for you. I love this for all of us, honestly. It says you're being asked to open to abundance, to believe that you're deserving of it, and to believe that it will flow to you. This is the first important step toward receiving it. Breathe deeply and trust that it is on its way. Ooh. That gave me such a good feeling. Okay. I love that. And then we have lighten up. Lighten up says you're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Make some time for fun. Make some time for fun. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on Earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. Maybe the Three of Pentacles opportunity is going to give you more time to do that, to lighten up, to be more lively and jovial, to be able to enjoy the abundance that you have been attracting and working so hard for. Are you currently hustling so hard that you aren't even able to appreciate what your hustle has gotten you right now? Is that what's going on? Are we doing that? I I thought we were past that because I'm pretty sure I had mentioned that in one of my previous episodes, episode 2. If you didn't see it, go look. I'm pretty sure that we covered how we need to be keeping in touch with our sensuality and how we need to make sure that we we are enjoying pleasure in whatever ways possible outside of the material realm. Maybe that's why we're so pentacled up today, is because we need a reminder that there is more than just the material wealth. We have wealth in love. We have wealth in support. We have wealth in knowledge. We have wealth in just being able to inhale oxygen into our lungs, being able to go and get our feet wet. I don't know about you guys, but one of the worst feelings to me is wet socks, but I can still feel it. I can still go out there and get my socks wet. Sometimes we need a little wake up call to remind us that we need to appreciate all of the things that are in front of us and find the pleasure and joy in the little things every day. Right? Now, the last one that we have here for the oracle message is cut down. Cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, block them, block her, block him, block her, block they, block them, block them. Get out of that. I don't like that. I don't like the way that made me feel. It made me feel combative whenever I said that. Like whenever I was reading that, I felt very combative. Like maybe you've gone like to blows with somebody, verbal blows, emotional blows. I'm not sure. Or they're trying to land blows on you. One or the other, block them. Make sure that they're staying out. Make sure that they're staying out of your life. They are no longer there for a reason. You don't need to be in that stagnant energy. You are moving on, right? Right? We're moving on. That's what we're doing. We're moving on. Okay. Now, something that I wanted to also just talk about really quick before I end this, make sure that you are doing your normal first of the month stuff. So such as blowing cinnamon through your door, sweeping or making a floor cleanse so that you can cleanse the floor and mop it so that you can attract abundance and new opportunities into your life. I know I personally am going to be doing a cinnamon mixture with black pepper and blowing it through my door so that whenever someone is entering into my life or entering into my threshold, then I will know immediately. I will be alerted immediately. And I'm also going to make sure that I use my broom that I made with a dear friend to sweep the negativity and the stagnant energy out of the home. I think that it is very, very vital sometimes just doing the first of the month things. And maybe that's the way that you can get reconnected with your spirituality as well. You never know. Food for thought. Make sure you're doing any breath work, meditation, go for a walk today. I would recommend you doing any form of self-care possible, but try and enjoy it as much as possible. If you feel like there is nothing that you are able to enjoy today, try and enjoy the little things. Just water this message. Make sure that we are reminiscing and ruminating off of the lessons that we learned during October. How was your October? How did it treat you? If this message resonated with you, please make sure that you are subscribing, you like, you comment, and share this video with anybody who you feel also needs to get this message, okay? I just am wishing the most divine love, guidance, protection, blessing, and abundance upon each and every one of you because you've already got it coming. You just need to know that you deserve it, okay? I love you guys.